Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, let's go back in time a few days. Friday afternoon, I made a video. My thought process was, it's a relatively new style event. Yes, we have had a few flash events designed around killing things way back when the Discovery came out, except that one was more painful. It was like every hour, and if you wanted to compete at all on the leaderboard, you had to do maybe not every time, but as many as you want, as many as you could. It's very exhausting. This one was very similar, except you really only scored in one. You got one join token and you could only join one. So I just thought, hey, looking for content as you always do, try to anyway, could just record myself doing this event right here, see how it goes. I stand by that idea. I think it was a fair idea. But immediately after the event, I knew exactly what video I wanted to do next. And I saw the comments. I know some of you out there too know what video is coming. But couldn't do this Saturday because things happened around here. The walls are still up, and the walls didn't come down, power didn't go out, so we're okay. We're getting through that. So I really wanted to do this video Saturday, and I do kind of like these videos. I've been kind of itching to give my 2 thumbs down and my 2 middle fingers up. Time for another episode of What Was You Thinking? First one has to go out to me and anybody else out there that went and did this stupid Directive 010 event and went past the 4th milestone. You did the 4th milestone and you got credit in the storyline event for your Voyager blueprints or your Harry Kim pool. Anybody that did more, what were you thinking? Tell you what I was thinking. Well, 7-Eleven, I don't really give a shit about because I have enough shards to max him. Don't exactly have enough currencies or whatnot to max him because there are other officers I want to spend them on first. There's also these new, what do you call these dumb things? Artifact, currency, doojabob things, the isolytic garbage. Calling it garbage as of now because it seems weird. And I would have liked to got a poll or two and be able to understand what this isolytic shit is. Well, that didn't happen. Because after, I did that PvP run, I did what everybody else did. Found a base to go after and probably spent the next hour continuously hitting a base. Did I get in the top 10? No. Of course not. So that's part of it. I guess that's really 2 parts there. It's the rewards and the amount of time spent. What were we thinking when we thought, oh, we'll just play for an hour and a half continuously to be able to score on this leaderboard enough to get the reward we were actually after. Not actually after 7 of 11 shards. For me, they turned into transporter patterns. So, however, which are nice, but 7-Eleven, come on now. If it was 2 years ago, maybe I could say 7-Eleven shards are actual good rewards. Or maybe if you're 40 and below, 7-Eleven is good rewards. Because with these bolos, you have sourcing. So putting him in an event is just like a big screw you, players. We don't care about you. Like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. It's really this isolytic stuff. Of course, just not enough of them were given out. And I will say, my other half was able to get in the top 10. I think she got 10. And was able to get one pull. Does it even tell you? It doesn't even, it tells you the weights, but it doesn't tell you how many you get. You get like 6 or 8. That's total. It's not like you can get 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, and that's your 6. No, it's like 6 total. Or 8. It was just it's not even enough to unlock, even if you got them all uncommon. It's like not enough to even unlock one of the uncommon ones. Like what? For over an hour of continuous gameplay? What the hell were we thinking? It's ridiculous is what it was. Come on now. You got this dumbass PvP event, regardless of when you buy into it. It's an hour and a half, and there's a leaderboard attached to it. Yes, some of it is our fault. That's why we get a what was you thinking? For spending an hour and a half playing this dumbass event. But at the same time, to you that created this event, what were you thinking designing a hour and a half long PvP event where you knew a lot of people were going to continuously play this PvP style event for an hour to an hour and a half, and this is all the shit that you gave them? Screw you. That's what you were thinking. Screw you, players. I don't like you. Otherwise, why not give us enough to get, hell, halfway to one of the artifacts? Did we even get, could we even get halfway to one of the artifacts? How about a quarter of the way? No. For an hour straight of gameplay. Now think about how many times you can hit the attack button in a minute and then in an hour. That's a lot. What did you give us? Nothing as far as artifacts go. Even 2 of each of these artifacts, I say, I don't give a shit. That's nothing. And then the officer is 7 of 11? What the hell were you thinking? Tell you what I'm thinking. Partially because I'm really pissed off. I'm sore as shit. I'm pissed off about this event. I'm pissed off about other shit. Screw this asshole that made this event. It's very simple. You make good rewards, you're going to get even more participation. Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of participation from the event that ran Friday. Well, it's supposed to run what? 1, 2 more times? How much more participation are you going to get now? You'd be lucky if you get half that amount of participation, but with the rest of the 2 events combined. Not happening not from this guy, not from these shit ass rewards. What were you thinking? You gotta, it's almost like the carrot and the stick, right? Do the thing I want, here's a treat. But you're just like, do the thing I want. And we're sitting here saying, can we have our carrot, please? And you say, no, screw you, get lost. Well, different scenario, but carrot and stick kind of just comes to my mind here. And it's just all stick with these assholes. You want me to play this game for how much? You want the participation. I know you making this game, you want the participation. Can we have the carrot? I mean, do we get rewards? Oh, 7 of 11 shards. Oh. 7 of 11. Really? Yes, I know 7-Eleven is a pretty useful officer for board grinding. That's about it. He can be useful as captain because he can double your shots, though it's not guaranteed. Though at the same time, I do think New Pike, he's come around. He's been around for a while. His little buddies have been around for a while. The sourcing's out on him, and I think he has replaced 7 of 11 for board grinding, in my opinion. So that's why I say, like, 2 years ago, I think the officer shards are nice. Now, no. So what were you thinking? I don't think it can be anything other than screw you. That has to be what they were thinking. Because where were the rewards for this event? Compared to the amount of time we put into this? Wasn't anywhere. Because of course there's also we'll call this the indirect effects. Because what happens? Not every server is just the Wild West where anything goes. Even if you don't have some kind of ROE in writing, you do have a general understanding with certain alliances of this or that or the other thing. Could this event put a strain on those relationships? Possibly. Depends on your server. I know they kind of did on my server because you saw the video. I was already getting messages, and I mean, what did I do? A 15-minute video, 20-minute video? I already had it, 2 messages? And how do you know, or I'm sorry, how do you not take that into consideration when you make an event like this? And I'm not saying you shouldn't have made an event like this, but how do you not up the compensation a little bit? How about a newer Borg officer? Goza, Dazak, Borg Queen, Galinar, Hugh. They're worth a little more than 7 of 11 because as far as overall sourcing, it's relatively low because 7-Eleven is so old. The sourcing has been there for a while. For the new ones, it really hasn't. Put the newer ones in there, get more excited about it. So what were you thinking? What were any of us thinking? Oh, no shiny thing! Let's do it! You know? We bought into it. Because we're all stupid. You're not getting me again. Well, you probably will, because, like I said, we're all stupid. Or maybe it's not that we're stupid. There is a certain aspect of, the human thought process. There's a new thing out. Give it a shot. See where it goes. You don't know. It may look like something else, but that doesn't mean it's going to play out the way something else does. And I know hindsight is 20/20, but looking at this event, I knew it was going to play out exactly the way it did. I should have listened to that part of myself and said, screw this, I'm not doing this event. Or at least putting that much time into it. Because you do want your Lobot crystals or whatever the hell they're called. Ugh. All right. Time to get out of here for today because still got to deal with some stuff. Comment below. What were your real thoughts of this event? I have looked at the comments. Yes. I see you out there. Good call. Great minds think alike. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.